Melody Cherie, you walked away from love and hip hop Huntsville with the utmost style, grace, class, and sophistication. Unlike the co conspirators who tried mercilessly to come for you, I feel a lawsuit is brewing. It's just a matter of when Kingdom Rain and a few other raindrops that was sitting in that circle, the circle of hate, the circle of interrogation. Y'all names, don't be surprised if you see some other names from that co-conspirator circle sitting there. Let's get into the bullshit. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. What's tea, Petty Bunch? Welcome back to another episode of Girl, 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 Girl. Can we gossip with the petty one? You guys know I'm back for another what is this? The Car Chronicles. We get into this petty drama today. I want to thank my 200 subscribers for joining the Petty Bunch family, for just being down with my commentary, my content. I cannot tell you guys how much it means to me that you took time out of your schedule to sit and watch, just to watch my shade and my shenanigans. I'm humbled. This is a humbling experience. You guys don't know how hard it really is to sit, press record, and to give your 2 cents, and to have people. Now, I'm not saying that you always have to agree, because you know what? The world is made up of opinions. We have all been trained and conditioned to think freely. So just always know here that you don't have to agree with what I say, with when I put something down. If you didn't pick it up the way that I wanted it to come across, that is quite all right. You are free to your interpretation. We are all free to sit here and have healthy dialogue, because maybe you see some things that I didn't see, and vice versa. So I thank you guys for that, for just engaging with me. And yeah, remember, like my content, share it. Remember, liking my videos is a free way to put me out there into these YouTube algorithm streets. It's a way to put my content in front of people who don't know that they should be checking for me and for my content. And without further ado, let's get into this love and marriage, hip hop Huntsville reunion, just fuckery. I did not review this past season of Love and Hip Hop Huntsville because of the defamatory statements, the way, in my opinion, that Carlos King has chosen to target Melody Cherie Rogers. He has been ruthless. He has been relentless. It always seemed like Mel and Carlos were in good standing and had a pretty decent working relationship. You know, it was almost professional, but a bit personal. Looks like they kikied, had a good time. Who would have thought that during this time, Carlos was actually jealous of Melody and what she was bringing to the table? As she continued to grow as a main character on this show, she, in fact, executive producing credit. I think the network started looking at Melody as a hot commodity almost she was looking like his equal. And I believe that Carlos was getting a bit jealous and he did not like that, because how dare this woman who had no television experience, how dare she think that she could ever be on my level, even though she helped build this show into what it is today. And without her, Carlos King, you wouldn't have a hit show. Carlos and Destiny are two low down, grimy, sleazy, gutter snipes. The fact, Carlos, that you had the unmitigated gall to turn to Destiny, which I believe that you guys had this shit set up, and the fact that the executives at OWN Network even allowed these grooming allegations to be discussed on this platform is beyond me. It shows that you have no business being a show runner. You have taken sick, twisted joy in the fact that you could use someone like a Dusty who is so desperate for a check that you guys would conspire to bring up nasty, trashy ass R. Kelly-esque allegations to imply or assume that Melody and Martel actually groomed this woman. The fact that you sat up there on that reunion stage and you asked Destiny if Melody and Martel had ever propositioned her into having a threesome. And the fact that she sat there and was like, well, no, well, yeah, proposition, yeah. And then saying that they had heavy talks regarding a threesome and that it really didn't go anywhere, but it could have gone somewhere if Martel had stopped cheating with Coleslaw. If Coleslaw was not in the picture, if Martel had stopped cheating with her, then Destiny was saying that Mel would have been more open to having a threesome. And you knew it was a lie because Melody sat there and was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I need some clarification. What are these talks? You know, Dusty talking about, well, several talks were had. And this lets me believe, now these are my opinions. This is leading me to believe that Martel and Destiny, who he says they grew up together, they been cool or whatnot, that there's been some sort of pillow talk happening. Like, we did find out that Tisha was a part of that, and that Tisha did in fact share with Dusty about the goings on in the back of the limo as the three couples celebrating Martel and Melody's 10-year anniversary. Now, mind you, you're married, you're celebrating 10 years. Alcohol will be had. You will be feeling loosey goosey. That is your husband. Two other married couples were there. We don't know what went on, but we know a time was had. And again, married folks gonna do married things. So we are all under the impression that they had a good ass time and that Melody did what she did. She pleasured her then husband at the time. Melody did not deny that. But the fact that, Carlos, you allowed this narrative to run, you allowed this dusty, diabolical, just gutter snipe like you to sit there and say that this man and woman groomed her and that she felt uncomfortable and that she was nervous sometimes in their home. Like, come on. Like, how low can you go? Again, as a showrunner, I mean, you want to bring dramatic moments. You want to have we the people talking about the drama that's going on in the show. But when you start attacking people in that regard and you start comparing despicable, diabolical acts to those, like when I think of grooming automatically, Kales is the first name that comes to my mind because we saw the documentary and heard the accounts of his alleged victims and how they were groomed by him. So the fact that this grown ass 40 plus year old woman, because she said, I'm not 42, the fact that you co-conspire, I smell a lawsuit. And Melody, I really hope and pray that your legal team is combing through this entire shit show of a reunion and that y'all get the defamation suits out, the slander suits out as soon as possible. Name OWN, name the production staff, Carlos King, Dusty, hell, Martel for laying it, pillow talking with her. It's just crazy. And the fact that you were out celebrating your 10-year anniversary with your soror, Tisha, and the fact that Tisha couldn't hold water and neither could Martel. They both running to tell Dusty Destiny about situations that have happened. And did you notice how obsessed Destiny was to continue talking about Melody and Martel's sex life? It was like she implanted herself in these intimate moments that they shared as if she had been there. And it was weird. It was giving single white female. It's giving Dusty, you're obsessed with Melody. You are obsessed with Martel. And it's making me believe that, I don't know, I don't believe that they propositioned you, but I'm damn sure feeling like you may have, if you've been around them and you was drinking, I feel like maybe you were the one that was probably hoping that a threesome would happen. Now we have seen you joke with Kimmy and Maurice about wanting to have a threesome, so that's just it's just disgusting to me. And honestly, I would not be mad if Love and Marriage Hip Hop was canceled. Because why? And Houseway, how are we going to continue to allow someone as ruthless and diabolical, and he's a fame whore. Carlos King is a fame whore. It's like he will do anything to destroy Melody's character. And I feel like he got a little bit jealous because Melody was no longer like his talent. She was starting to, her star was starting to rise. And she, again, executive producer, she was starting to, that's get on my level. What? Get on my level. Yeah, she was starting to get on his level. And I feel like he was like, okay, she getting a little too big for her britches. I'm going to have to do something to bring her back down to earth, to let her know that there's only one HBIC and it's not her, it's me. That's really what this whole situation is giving. And the fact that you have all these people that have used male as a storyline. Again, Tisha and Marceau sat silent these first couple episodes. They had nothing to say. Carlos did not question them. He didn't ask Tisha nothing about Kiki, how she felt about Kiki dying. Hey, Tisha, do you feel like you were instrumental in pushing Kiki over the edge? Just questions that we the people want to know, because we know there are some conspiracy theorists out there who believe that this feud, because they was pushing that narrative. Marceau every time pushed the narrative about Kiki and her drug abuse. He always had something to say about it. So the fact that Carlos didn't ask Tisha any questions about Kiki, because Kiki most definitely was a big part of this show. No questions was asked about her. Hey, Tisha, how do you feel about Kiki no longer being here? We have not talked about her death. We have not seen you grieve. Now, I don't know if maybe the family put something in place and they didn't want Tisha talking about it, but at least ask a question. Y'all acting like Kiki and her husband was never a part of this show, that Kiki did not rock the boat, that her and Tisha was never about, like her and Tisha didn't come to blows. Like we never saw her throw the water in Tisha's face. Like we are forgetting integral pieces of shit that happened on this show. Never asked Marceau or Tisha, hey, about their alleged separation. They were separated. Y'all know how they was moving. Funny. Didn't ask him about that. Hey, Marceau, how come you never have your wedding ring on? What's really good with you and Tisha? No type of questions. They just got to sit there on their high horses because they are, in fact, in line to be the next power couple. I don't know how. I don't want to see them build anything. I could care less, because Scott Manor has been a dream. It has not come into fruition. It is not a reality. We want to see the dirt, since everybody is ready to mudsling and get in Mel and Martel's business, their mess, their drama. We watched their marriage fall apart. We watched the shit show of their lives play on reality TV. So you guys just get to sit and act high and mighty and self-righteous and really not having anything to say. And then when Marceau did have something to say, he was talking about, again, Martel. And how, the stuff that he's doing, I don't want to be aligned with that, because, I got daughters. I'm a husband. Since when have you cared about being a great dad or being a good husband? Because you don't like your wife. We have seen it. You don't like your wife. Who in their right mind takes a trip to Africa without their family because they going through some things? Married women, engaged women, women in relationships, chime in below. How comfortable would you be if your man said he needed to pack up and take a trip to Africa because he needed to think about some things? He was going through some things. Comment below how comfortable or how okay you would be with that. Okay, hon, yeah, go ahead. Take some time. What? And the fact this nigga never has on his ring. And he is a narcissist. He is a chauvinist. He is a Neanderthal. He didn't even know that it was MJ's senior picture time. He is not involved. He is not involved. Like, how you not gonna know it's your child's senior year and he has senior pictures coming up and you didn't know? Or how about you didn't want your wife to excel in a career? You wanted her to just be barefoot and pregnant, walking around the house, fixing your dinner, just sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never wanted to see his wife excel or to pursue her dreams or to fulfill her dreams. Hell, y'all saw how he went and got a CEO of Sculpt. He didn't want her. He didn't want to be working with her. He brought in that dude. I can't remember his name, but even the man was like, hey, you should value your wife being part of this team. I'm just saying, y'all could go and try to cap below, put on your Marceau cape to say that he loves his wife. He protects his wife as husbands should protect their wives. He has not done that. He has allowed Martel to sit and clown his wife, to basically call her stupid, to bring up her whole facts. Now, mind you, this shit happened when she was in college, so it is in fact irrelevant. But the fact that at the Big D at the Big D field day, that's how I know, like, Dusty is Dusty. Tisha, Dusty is not your friend. She done set you up 2 times that we the people have seen. The first time was at the Big D Energy field day. She and Martel set your ass up to where he got you out of pocket and he was coming for you and coming for your whole facts, and your husband sat there and he did not challenge him, he did not say anything, he left you so open. He left you open. And I know you was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for you, the way he was coming for you. Why did Destiny think that this would be a good time for everybody to sit and talk and air out their grievances? No, they set that up. And then with you and Martel being on the outs because he didn't pull your card. Of course you pulled his too, saying that he liked the men's and stuff, and doing the things. So you brought that to head. But then you allowed Destiny to call you, hey girl, let's go to brunch. Da 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 da. Now, mind you, if a friend girl of mine saying we're going to brunch, what's the question that we always ask before we agree? Who all gonna be there? You gotta know who all gonna be there, because if it's somebody that you do not fuck with, you just don't go. That's a cardinal rule. You always ask who all gonna be there. Tisha, you were so hungry and killing that waffle or whatever the hell you was eating, it looked good, that you did not know that Dusty had called Martel to tell him that you guys were meeting for brunch. Then Martel pulls up on you and you looking real stupid as you trying to get that last bite of food in. You get up, oh no, I can't talk to the enemy, especially with my husband not being here. You had words for Martel when you should have looked at Dusty and you should have said, bitch, don't play with me. That's what you should have said. I'm going to handle you later, because a friend does not do that. That's 2 times that Dusty has set you up, but yet and still you are claiming that she is your friend. She says that you are a friend to her. She has not been a friend to you, because ain't no way my friend gonna call me to go eat and invite my op. And did you notice as Tisha was stuffing her face with the last bite of food, as she was running out, Dusty and Martel was grinning and laughing like, ha ha, bitch, got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just looked so stupid. So stupid, so stupid, so stupid. You will never, ever, ever, you're never gonna learn. And you will just continue. He's a good man, Savannah. That's my man. I'ma stick beside him. That's pretty much the attitude that you have had. And it's just sad to see. Your husband does not protect you. He does not respect you. And the same goes with Kimmy and Maurice. This Negro and his bobblehead outwitted, outlasted, and outplayed you. He finessed you out of your nursing career. When this show first started, we saw that Kimmy was a nurse. She was doing the thing, and she was on the trajectory of doing even greater things in the field of nursing. She gets with Maurice, and she was with him for 7 years before they got married, which is leading me to believe that you were, in fact, like Martel was joking, aside. And y'all know hit dogs holler, because every time Martel joked and laughed about it, Kimmy got real pissed about that. Now, mind you, if it's not true, it shouldn't affect you, right? It shouldn't make you feel a certain kind of way if you know that you was not messing around with a married man. So why should it affect you the way that it did? So anyway, we see Maurice has finessed her out of her career, has gotten her to put his name on the deed of her home, got her into real estate, doing things that she is not even happy with. We know Kimmy don't want to be doing no real estate, and don't, maybe as a side hustle, but as a main hustle, she stopped nursing. So you're doing a side hustle. And then the way he swindled you, made his son, now you didn't already raise your son, he good and grown, but Maurice brings his son from Michigan down to Huntsville for you to raise, because he's not there, because you've been complaining to him about why Maurice Jr. is not doing dishes, not doing his homework, not doing what he's supposed to do. It's like, the things that teenagers do, and you as parents have to get in their tail to make sure they're doing the things that they're supposed to do. But why are you the sole parent? He got you again, single mom part two. You've already did the single mom thing, raising Jalen. Now you got a whole ass husband and you raising his child and he's not helping. And then he forces you to have uncomfortable conversations with Kiowa, who already, his ex-wife, who already feels a certain way about you, which is leading me to believe that Kiowa always being uncomfortable and always feeling tense around you is leading me to believe that, yeah, that y'all was messing around. In fact, messing around while he was still good and married to her. So there's that. It's just a whole ass shit show. And then talk about Maurice and his DUI, the arrest. Maurice, where were you at for 8 hours? Again, using his legalese and his lawyerese, he was pretty much finessing the answers to the questions that Carlos was asking him. And we read right through the gaslighting and the bullshit. So I just thought it was funny to me that Maurice didn't want to tell us where he was for 8 hours and then trying to make Kimmy sound dumb and look dumb. Your husband was missing for 8 hours. His body was not in bed next to yours. So from 4 a.m. till noon, you had no idea where this bobblehead nigga was. He hit a pole, got turned up, got pissy ass drunk, hits a pole, 4 a.m. till 12 p.m. You in the bed sleeping. Your man ain't keyed into the house, ain't climbed into the bed, ain't said shit. You get a collect call from the jail, and it's your nigga on the phone. And the fact that you sat there looking like a dumbass, not wanting to, it was like you were in solidarity with your husband. He had you looking real stupid. And then the fact that Maurice not wanting to take accountability for the fact that you driving around town, you supposed to be a prominent businessman. You didn't hit a pole. You didn't got a DUI. And your whereabouts was questionable. And then you trying to be strategic in how you're answering, you're gaslighting we the people. And then your wife does the same thing, trying to finesse, has a whole ass attitude, a chip on her shoulder. She's supposed to be mad at you. She's directing her anger on everybody had something to say. And then when I come for them, and then with Maurice, not wanting to take accountability, but then talking about how Mel was tarnishing his character by talking about the alleged red lipstick on his lips and just saying this, and that, and that, and this. Sir, again, here's another example of someone else using Melody as their storyline. Maurice, we don't care what Mel was talking about, that she was word on the street asking everybody, did you hear about, how did you feel about this? Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens on these reality shows. When y'all do fuck shit, cast members talk about the fuck shit that y'all are doing. They talk about it. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all have done on these shows. You talk about the fuck shit. You talk about it because it's supposed to spread around and it's supposed to get back to the person that it's intended to get to. Then there's supposed to be a confrontation, which you guys had. But the fact that you don't want to tell us where you was and who you was with. And the fact that Kimmy is trying to say, well, how do you know I wasn't with him? You have Nell and Chris Fletcher. And Nell, you're a liar. you just are a liar. It's just crazy to me. Just crazy. So, your ass is too damn old to be getting into it with a woman male's age. Like, you are too fucking old and you want to be somebody's mentor so bad, and your feelings got hurt because Mel did not recognize you as a mentor. Why would Mel want to look up to, again, another alleged side piece? Why would I want to look up to a side piece to be my mentor? When she and Martel was going through the bullshit, like Mel said, you and Chris was getting Martel ass together. She didn't need you to counsel her because she had seen what she had seen and she was walking away from it. And then the fact that Nell Fletcher got on this stage to say that while her mother was taking her last, basically while her mother was on her deathbed, she left her mother on her deathbed to go counsel Mel and Martel. Now that is some dumb ass shit if I've ever heard it. Now mind you, God forbid something happened to my mama and she is in her last stages and months of life. There is nobody that will, there is nothing or no one that will be able to pull me, call me, take me away from my mother's side when she needs me. Now get the fuck out of here. Who do you think? Who are you trying to get over? What? What? Why didn't y'all put this woman under a 72-hour hold when she came up with that bullshit? And the fact that Carlos and them thought that this was okay to talk about, to blame Melody for you not wanting to sit and be at your mom's side while she's transitioning out of this world, because you had to counsel her and now she won't give you the title that's due as mentor. Are you out of your fucking mind? Man, y'all are crazy. Y'all really tried it. And Carlos just sitting up here, and y'all notice the smug look on Carlos's face, just skinning and grinning. Karma. What goes around, baby, comes around. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not 6 months from now. But when that shit hits, it's going to gut check the fuck out of you. Trish. That is Dusty. These are the people who would continue, in my opinion, to pick at her carcass until nothing is left. How is it that one individual is everybody's storyline? Carlos, how is it that none of your raindrops seated on that stage were held accountable? Y'all, I'm off my soapbox. I got to get back to it, but comment below, how do y'all feel about this reunion? Are y'all excited that Melody is walking away from the bullshit? And if she decides to continue on with reality TV, I hope she goes to Bravo. Give her a peach. I would love to see her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all continue to like my comments, share, subscribe. This whole situation and got me like ready to nuck and buck. Because that is disgusting. Carlos, you are the worst. You are not the king of reality TV. You are a court jester. And with that being said, Petty Bunch, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip girl.